Is there?
Yeah, right
Should
there.
I?
Yes, you should.
Nah.
You're Batman.
Nah.
He does that. Unless he has a tank and shoots people. Then he doesn't do that.
Then he
but
doesn't,
you
yeah.
could do that.
Alright. Oh, this
Save
is a
this
combat
guy?
one.
Well,
I can redeem myself, and then I'll hand the controller back to you. How about that?
No.
No.
How do you like that?
How do you like that? Try
Like
that on
that?
for size.
Never give him the controller back.
Oh, that's not very nice.
That's a better idea. Joe's onto something.
Just have a little.
Thank you.
Ah,
I'm a genius.
you made me jump. Jill touched me.
Good.
I don't like people touching me.
Yeah? You don't like girls touching you?
Absolutely not. Men only. Socks on, socks off. Don't care.
Socks on. Oh, here we go. Yeah,
There's
the
a reason
flow
to
is
call
back,
him
baby.
Tinas.
Come here, boy.
There you go.
Erect Tinas.
Come here, boy.
Oh, that made no sense. Were you the Flash? And
Why
you
did
messed
I?
up.
He just bounced off of me, though.
Oh, that
Yeah.
sucks. What a shame. I
You're
get the point
embarrassing.
now.
You're right. Rules are rules.
Rules are rules.
I did that.
Jill's taking up my arm space.
I like your arm.
How dare you? Ooh.
It's a good armrest.
Oh,
It's a very nice chair.
it is a very nice chair. It costs like $500.
Jeez, dude, it's quite the flex, wouldn't you say?
No, I think people should subscribe to our Patreon and help.
You need more chairs.
I need more chairs. Chair Army Unite.
We're in debt
What's
now
up?
because of the chair.
What's up, fellow chairs? It's your boy, Jay. Coming at you live, in an empty room, talking to an empty room. I'm actually insane. Oh, let's just take this guy out. Boom, boom.
Dude, I'm
Didn't
so
need
glad
that
I'm still
lag.
playing. I'm
Didn't
so
need
glad
that
it's still
lag.
me, dude.
Sorry about that.
Nice work. Ooh, okay.
Perfect.
A little bit of a dominance factor.
No
here. I
one
like
will
this
believe you. No one will believe you, random thug.
You're a monster. I don't like how intimate this is. You're just going so slow.
Yeah,
It's
well,
weird, man.
it's got to be good.
It's gotta be good.
What am I collecting? At the end, he's like, finally, I can make the drill dough.
Alfred, I've
An incredible
assembled a
tool,
cryo
mind
but
you.
it requires some kind of superconducting fluid to operate.
Here it is, sir.
He's gonna
An
use it on
organic
Alfred later.
supercoolant used in an experimental lab run by one Victor Freeze.
As
All right,
in
bend over,
Mr.
Alfred.
Freeze.
It seems too great
Oh, I know. I
for
have to say it in his
incidents
voice.
to
Bend over,
ignore.
Alfred.
The Fairies had Mr. Freeze's lab shut down.
Spread
He's a
them
disgruntled
cheeks for
employee
me.
out for revenge.
Jeez, you're getting a
This
little
is
too
about
into
more than
that.
just stealing weapons.
Seems like you have some
Freeze's
experience
lab is
there.
under
That's
quarantine.
it. I
Some
don't
kind
have
of
any cheeks to
accident.
I'm on
spread.
my way back to
I do not
Gotham
have a
now.
dump truck caboose.
Does Alfred have a dump truck? That is the question.
That's the
No.
question I've always wondered myself.
What's the point? So we could have just killed them? Wouldn't that murder a man?
Hypothetically, yes.
Oh, ooh.
Ooh, like anarchy, dude. Too small. You
Well,
gotta get
that's-
closer.
I always
Awful.
thought the anarchy stuff was really cool.
Yeah, Anarchy is so wasted in this universe because he wasn't even in Night.
I wish he would have been, man. Yeah,
Me
because
too.
honestly he's fantastic in this, and I think there's a lot of potential for him to have a solid wrap up in Night. But I mean, when you compare it to what they did with Hush and some of the other characters, it makes sense that they let the Anarchy out. I'm almost glad they didn't have it if that's what they were going to do to Anarchy. Because Hush's side mission, disaster. That was a horrible payoff. But honestly, I don't know. What did you think about Azrael's finish in Night? I didn't hate it,
I
to
kind
be
of thought
honest.
he was lame.
It could
I
have
mean,
been
I like
better.
him. I thought his story wasn't done
Yeah.
well.
It wasn't perfect. I thought it was a great lead up in City, and I think there was a lot of potential there. But I think Night didn't. They tied the bow, but I just think it could have been a better.
I think that's kind of how you could describe Arkham Knight is great build up to lackluster results, but like with the best gameplay in the series.
Oh, the gameplay was so good. I didn't even hate the story, to be honest with you. And like what they did, it was just some like the small things, like the side missions, and like, maybe not small, but like the side missions, the tank.
A lot of the Riddler stuff was like making me want to pull my hair out.
Oh, there's so much of it too.
I never
yeah.
even finished it.
Really?
Yeah, I never finished all that Riddler stuff.
Oh,
I
it's-
just couldn't do it.
It's a grind. It's certainly a grind.
I didn't finish. Well, no, I think I did finish it in every game except this. I didn't bother with the Riddler stuff here. I think we will eventually. We were planning on like just recording, going through and doing that eventually.
Yeah, just gradually.
But
yeah.
we haven't yet because it is a pain. Can we just actually open it? Yeah.
The payoff isn't quite as good in this one as it is in like Asylum. It's a great payoff because the investment in time is not that bad, honestly. In Asylum, you can probably find all the Riddler trophies in 2-3 hours if you just go through and you're collecting a little bit as you go. It's really
What
not
kind
that
of
bad.
vent is this?
It's very handy.
What?
It's
Very
pretty.
yeah, lots of ventilation going on there. Aesthetics.
It is aesthetic. Don't you know anything about architecture?
I don't, except how to tear it down.
Oh.
I'm a demolition expert.
That's very cool, dude.
I help women tear up their carpets.
Oh, yeah?
What?
Normally I'd ask you to elaborate.
Oh, man.
I don't know if I want to now. I'll think about it.
I don't think you do. You know Patrick Bateman?
Yeah.
Well,
What, dude?
let's just say they had to base that story off someone.
Oh, no. Oh, no. PewDiePie.
Dude, I can't believe they removed that rap. Like, you showed it to me. It was pretty harmless. Like, him just making fun of that kid's channel.
It's a great rap.
And then at the
man.
end, he literally says, I'm just kidding.
He's making fun of 6ix9ine most of the time anyways. And the melon. He's not like... It's a complete joke that was taken down. But you look at, like, videos like WAP and other stuff like that, and that's fine. And everything like that, no problem at all. You can...
Completely agree.
You can look up like random like I've seen people look up like porn is what they were saying on Reddit. They've looked up porn and like that shows up no problem on YouTube. But Coco from PewDiePie, not a problem. Doesn't mess with our policy agreements in any way. I guess I don't understand. Or maybe I flipped that. I messed that up when I said that. But nonetheless,
We got what?
you get the gist. It's just it's stupid, and it's just showing the hypocrisy of YouTube again. Like there's always some kind of controversy going on with YouTube, and it's their own fault. They do it to themselves over and over again, and they don't need to. There's no reason Coco should be on YouTube right now. But
The only person standing in the way of YouTube being beloved by everybody versus just the only option where we all go to make content and watch content is their own hubris of like, we're YouTube, we can't make a mistake. And it's been that way for a long time. Most of the people who work at YouTube are great. Most of the company is great, but there's enough people like near the top who just make dumb decisions and then try and defend them.
Yeah.
That it hurts the whole site, and it sucks because like people don't want to talk about it. Like for example, I don't really want to talk about it too much because like if you criticize them over and over again, and like this is my job.
Big Brother's gonna strike you down, dude.
Well, and they can very easily just make it so people can't find your channel,
Yeah.
like without ever getting rid of you. That's what they did. Well, they've done that actually, I think, to several people. But that was kind of happening to Leafy for a while before they just got rid of him. Now, did I love him and his content? Nah, it's not really for me. But it was handled real weirdly. The shadow banning and stuff. It's also kind of childish. Like, if you're gonna get rid of somebody, just do it.
But then there's people who need to be off the site, like that Onision character. And I don't think they banned him yet, have they?
I thought they finally banned him now.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, for years, Onision was just left alone.
He should have been gone sooner.
Yeah, I just don't get it. There's like no consistency to the enforcement of rules.
No. And that's the problem, is they've never had like a consistent plan of like, well, if you cross this line, you know that you're probably going to get your video removed. It's never been like that. It's always fluid and ambiguous. You never know what's going to happen. I think that's what's so frustrating. It's like, well, that didn't violate your rules 2 months ago. Why is it violated now? And then you just don't like this person, so it's gone, you change your rules? Like, that's, I guess, where a lot of the problem lies.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is the case, but there was a lot of speculation and shade thrown at H3H3 for stuff like that, too, where it was like videos criticizing him disappear, but videos he puts up criticizing other people are there.
Really?
Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that is a thing. I'm just saying
Or that he's responsible.
Or
But-
that he's responsible. Like, whether you like him or not, that's kind of a conspiracy theory type thing to say, like, nope, it's him. But, I keep missing these, by the way. These
Oh, to like
unstable-
drop on the dudes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep not seeing them. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying that it is him. And I'm also not saying, like, well, I'm not saying it's him, but.
Right,
No, like,
right.
really, I'm not. It is
I'll need to
odd,
evacuate
though,
this
like
lab
when
with
that kind of stuff
cryotabers
happens
before
and
the
there's
lockdown
this
protocol on the store is
weird selective
disengaged.
enforcement, and you don't really know, like, does it have to do with who the person is? Does it have to do with who reviewed it? Like, what does this have to do with? Like, who's the one making these decisions, I guess, and what's their reasoning beyond just, it's a private company, we can do what we want? Like,
They
yeah,
need to be much more consistent, I think.
and
There are power
transparent.
conduits
Like,
running
no
through
one
the
trusts them.
greenhouses. I should be able
It's
to
at the point where if
disable
something else popped up
battery.
as big as YouTube immediately, they would lose like thousands of people who make content and watch it. And that's not good. You don't want to be in a position where as soon as there's another option, people want to leave. You don't want that as a company.
No, it's hard to imagine them not being around for a long, long time, though. I mean, It's hard to imagine another platform coming up, I guess, and taking over YouTube.
I agree, and I actually love YouTube, and I'm very thankful for, like, you know, the opportunities I've had on
Make
YouTube.
sure that security guard is safe.
But I still think that there's some stuff that's definitely open to critique. What am I doing, by the way?
Making sure a security guard is safe.
Which one?
Is there one? Do you have to go like up to the vent behind them? Is there?
Is it this one?
That must be it. Maybe.
You should unfreeze that guy.
There you go.
Maybe this is the guy. Yeah, it does look like a security guard. I guess I'm just gonna walk around him instead.
I think that's better. Maybe.
Why do we call him a victim? Maybe he's reclaiming that ice.
Maybe he didn't want to be unfrozen.
Man, maybe he's not a victim.
You ever think about that?
You're the Batman. You're the Batman.
Anything else?
Was that the security guard?
It doesn't seem
I don't
like it.
think so. I think he's probably in there with the
Yeah.
hostages.
I should make sure that security
You
guard
probably
is
have to
safe.
go in the vent and sneak up behind
Ah,
him.
there you are.
But he's not safe. I don't understand why we would even say that. He's not safe. It's very obvious.
Well, shoot, dude. You've caught them in their own game.
All right, how do I get in there? No, that's just where we came in. It's hard to see down here.
Little.
I don't know what.
Am I missing something here?
Maybe you're supposed to do something with those pipes.
Danger.
Maybe it's
Cryogenic reactor.
that, yeah.
In there?
Please evacuate.
Why can't I?
There you go. Very nice.
Perfect. There we go. Awesome. All right, let's head through here. Still
Yeah,
cool.
dude, I think this DLC is probably, in comparison to all the other ones, I'd say it's
Disable those
probably in
two
the
power
top 3
conduits to stop that
DLCs
reactor
in the
leak.
entire series.
Then I need to ventilate the room of cryo vapor.
I need to disable 2 power whatevers to stop the reactor leak, and then I need to vent the room of whatever. Okay.
I actually really liked the DLCs in Night.
Night had some great DLCs, I
I
agree.
thought they were really fun.
Season of Infamy was great, and Matter of Family was fantastic. Aside from that, Harley Quinn's were... You know, there really aren't a ton of, like...
Where am I
Containment
going?
breach in progress.
Like, I'm supposed to stop these things.
Yeah, the Harley one was a little disappointing, I think.
Harley Quinn's Revenge.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest, I think they were all pretty disappointing outside of A Matter of Family and Season of Infamy. The rest of them were like 10 minutes long.
Yeah,
Like
those two were my favorites.
Like, those
I
are...
really enjoyed Season of Infamy.
They're really good, and it's sad because they actually had planned more for Season of Infamy that got cut. Like, Prometheus was supposed to be in it.
Oh, you have to do that, the cryptographic sequencer.
No,
right
I
there.
can't yet.
You can't?
It's like I was locked out.
I wish they'd make another Batman game and tie up more of those loose ends, though. Instead of just Gotham, you know, whatever's.
Yeah, it
Gotham
seems
Knights.
like the
Yeah.
Arkham games are done, which
Danger.
sucks. I hope they're not. I'm sure they're not, to be honest with you. There's so much
Please evacuate.
money to still be made there, but I don't know, between Rocksteady moving on to Suicide Squad and then,
Yeah, I didn't even see this. You know, everybody says that. Not to be a contrarian, I love these games. I know I've partially made a career off of talking about these games. But, there's also a point at which they would be overdoing it, and I feel like people just wanted them to keep releasing them forever, too. And I don't know if that would have been good. You know, like, as is, there's some debate amongst people about, you know, oh, I didn't enjoy WB Montreal's version, or, oh, I thought Rocksteady could have done better, and then there's the people who, like, love everything. And I don't know if they really wanted to put themselves in a position where they're making more black gates, you know, or whatever, like filling the void just to make an Arkham game. I don't know. I mean, like, the one option I thought was cool was that more Beyond style game. I thought that would have been
that would have
awesome.
been great.
And that
I
could have
agree.
ended it.
The concept art we got for that, too?
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
I mean, it would have been random to introduce Damian Wayne when he's not been in anything yet.
Ooh, can you get him?
I think making more games in this universe, though, would be fun, because there's a lot to expand on in it without just Batman. You know, just being Bruce Wayne.
That's a good point. They could have done Gotham Knights in this universe still.
Yeah.
Not that they need to.
I mean,
Because I think Gotham Knights would be great.
Everybody's been saying that forever. That, like, why wasn't it? Especially because it seems to start with Wayne Manor exploding.
Yeah, it could have worked great just to branch out from there. And then even, you could keep going. Obviously, you could keep going for as long as you want with Batman. There's so much to work with there. But then you eventually branch and maybe do a game or two with those guys. And then you branch into Batman Beyond. Or you have like a DLC with that stuff and you branch into it at some point. I don't know. There's so much potential there.
They could even do another game set in the past, kind of like Origins was.
Yeah.
There's a lot of time in there too.
A
with
prequel?
Bruce.
For sure there is.
Well, everybody thought they were gonna do like not Origins 2, but one set between Origins and Asylum for
That would have
years.
been really good.
And yeah, I don't know why it didn't happen.
Bring back Troy Baker and Roger Craig Smith and yeah.
Yeah, my thing is just I'm hesitant because I would rather have these games that are really good quality versus start pumping them out.
Yeah, because
And-
then they get bad, like the Assassin's Creed games.
Well, and that's the problem is I feel like people wanted them to kind of just pump them out, and I don't really know if that was the way to do it either, because I can't think of anything that's done that hasn't had big flops somewhere, you know? COD. Like, I mean, they wouldn't do it every year, but COD's like that, where it's like, it's a real crapshoot. Are you going to like this game, or is it going to be trash? Battlefield's like that, and they're not even every year. I know those are shooters. Assassin's Creed, like Jill said, is really like that, where it's like, you know, it might come out, you might love it. It might come out, it might be just like not at all for any of the current fan base, you
And
know?
some of the Final Fantasies weren't good, you said.
Yeah, Final Fantasies weren't good because they lacked direction, but they didn't really pump them out.
That's true. I mean, there's a lot of them, though.
Yeah, I mean, the more games you introduce in the same franchise or movies or whatever, you start to have a problem of where you go.
Yeah.
Within reason. And, you know, running out of ideas and all that stuff. It is an issue, I think.
I think it's hard because, not hard, but I think it's interesting with Batman because of how much content already exists for Batman.
I made a mistake.
And given there's a certain line where you want to wrap up the story, and there are storylines that come to an end, that obviously they have to at some point. And Arkham Knight, with its flaws, still was a good game, and it ended the franchise, I think, on a high note, for in all things considered.
At worst, on a decent note, like
Yes.
good.
Yes.
And even the people who hate it, I don't think they think it's an awful game.
No, it's just, you know, it's not City, but City to me is, I mean, if you look at Asylum and City, which I think it's very easy to do, as one big game with like a small combat update for the most part, it's the best superhero experience I've ever had, is those two games
Yeah, they're
combined
really
back to back.
fun.
That is unbelievable. So to try to get anywhere near that in Night again, you were hoping it was possible, but that would have been, to top those two games would have been quite the achievement. And it was a high bar to aim for. And they improved the combat for sure, and they improved quite a few things, but there was a lacking of depth in the story, and things weren't quite maybe what they should have been. But I mean, you still look at that game graphically, it's still one of the best graphically looking games that I've seen in a long, like still to this day you can boot it up, it still looks amazing. There's a lot of stuff to love about
Which
it.
one are you talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like trying to figure out why I couldn't get that ice door open, so then I was thinking about
I know, I don't know what that was.
I have no idea, man.
What's next? Boyle?
Maybe
Ooh, the guy you left, I think.
Cyrus Pinckney.
There he is. There he
No, he
is.
done. It's 8:30.
Is it?
Yeah, just at 8:30.
Did we see the save point?
We did, right? When we walked through that door.
I guess we could then, yeah.
Yeah, you want to go, don't you?
And then we could finish it next time. Yeah, I gotta go
Yeah.
to the gym. Gotta work out my cheeks.
Nice, dude. I don't think you do.
Thanks, man.
I think
Wow.
you're already there.
That's so kind of you to say.
I'm like 99% chub. Whole time we were recording.
Whole time we were recording,
Yeah.
I'm gonna faint, dude.
I was just thinking
All
about
that
your
blood loss
butt
in my head.
cheeks, dude. It was amazing. It was an incredible experience for me. I hope it was good for you.
It was great, man. It was just great to be in the room.